I was taller than my mother from the moment I was born. At 1 year old, I stood as tall as my parents. By age 5, I was already 3 meters tall. Because of my unusual size, my mother never let me go outside. I often pulled back the curtains, watching other children play and run about. To keep me from feeling too lonely, my mother bought me 2 comic books every day to pass the time. Soon, I grew to 5 meters tall. A giant hamburger felt like a small dessert in my hands. I could devour 10 in a single bite. But our house could no longer hold me. My parents had to commission a custom home for me. Stepping into the spacious rooms, I felt an instant surge of excitement. At last, I could live a normal life. Yet the outside world still stirred my intense curiosity. One day, a neighbor came to visit. He knew I was a 5-meter tall giant living in the yard, so he told me fascinating stories about the outside world. This only deepened my yearning for the outside world. Late at night, I covered myself with the leaves and slipped out. Seeing a group of peers laughing and chatting on the grass, my eyes filled with envy. But then, a young man approached me. Turns out he needed to relieve himself. Startled, I backed away quickly. He was also startled, thinking he was hallucinating from drinking too much. He kept walking forward, but I took another step back. This sobered him instantly, and he leaned in to investigate. Seeing trouble brewing, I spun and fled. He thought he'd seen a ghost and turned to yell at his friends.
The bus just ran away!
But the next day, he found me with his buddies. I desperately needed friends. Seeing no ill intent, I invited them to my home. I even showed off my strength in front of them. Afterwards, they took me for a drive. But as a giant, I quickly ended up on the television news. My parents were anxious because every giant exposed like this had been brutally murdered. But I didn't want to hide away my whole life. I wanted to live like a normal person. So I went straight to the busiest burger joint in the neighborhood. To my surprise, people here were amazed but not afraid. I even happened to meet a girl just as strange as me.